Hey everybody, Manny Talavera here, and I want to welcome you back. And we're now on day 17 of the 17-day course creation challenge with Manny, Stacy, and Emily. And in this particular video, we're just going to do some review with you. You know, at the beginning of this thing, we went through a lot of material. We went through every piece of equipment that you might need to build, to create a course. We then started talking about the types of courses that you would create, whether you're going to create a mini course or a home study course or a modulated course. We went through all of those. And after that, we started talking about how to organize a course by starting with your title and then creating sections under that title. And those sections would be modules, milestones, chapters, however you want to look at those. And then we also talked about the whiteout framework of creating a course and how you can build a 30 video course. You can basically build that in 10 or 15 minutes using that whiteout framework. We also talked about 7 different ways that you can create a course with no tech. And we went over a lot of those ways. We walked you through all of that. We talked about pricing. We talked about costuming and the importance of wearing the same outfit every time anytime you're creating a course. And my advice is from beginning to end, you should wear the same outfit. But you can also vary it up a little bit, but at the very least in each module section, wear the same thing. And we talked about you might buy 2 of the same outfit exactly, so that if something happens, you spill something, you can immediately just change and move forward. And so we talked about, like I said, we just gave you many different ideas as it pertains to creating a course, whether you're going to create something very small, something very large, whether you're going to create one course and just try and create a revenue stream of $50,000 to $100,000 a year from one offer, or if you're going to become a modern day guru, if you're going to become a thought leader and you're going to create several courses. We talked about doing joint ventures with other people. And so we just gave you a lot of insights. And I couldn't possibly go over everything we went over in the last 17 days, but we gave you everything you needed. What I want you to do now is I want you to make a video, and I just want you to give us a few takeaways from what you learned going through this material. And I want you to post it both in the Coaches, Consultants, and Course Creators group and also Stacy's networking group. I think it would not only it would help us, but it would also help all of the members in that group, because if you just give us 2 or 3 nuggets or valuable things that you learned and you post in those 2 groups, and then everyone else does that, people are going to get a lot of insights and a lot of help. And this is the other thing. When you post something that you learned, it might be something another person was going through the training, but they missed it. They just kind of missed that section or that nugget, or they didn't hear it the way you did. And that's one of the reasons I try to repeat myself. It's one of the reasons we go over material more than once, because your mind has to be ready to hear it. And sometimes your mind is, back here and we're up here and forward, and you don't catch something because you're thinking about, you're processing what we said earlier. And so do us a huge favor in the CCC group. What are a few takeaways that you learned from going through the course, going through the challenge? Let us know. But I want to thank each and every one of you all for being here. Stacy, Emily, and I really appreciate everyone who's showed up, who's participated, who's taken action, who's done the dares. We appreciate all of that. But I want to thank you all, and we will see you all on the other side. And thanks a lot.